our Lively Brevard show today. I am thrilled to be here with you, and we have a great show coming up for you. I'm Malak, and I'm very happy to have Jake Estrada with us today. He is the publisher of Space Coast Comics. Welcome,
How you doing?
Jake. Welcome.
It's good to be here.
Thank you. Jake, I'm a little familiar with you and your work, and I have to say I'm very impressed, but our audience are not really probably as sure as I am of what it is you do. Can you tell us a little about this magazine?
All right. What the magazine really is about, it's a fun magazine. You know, I have comics in there. I have cosplay. What cosplay is about people dressing them as their favorite superheroes, like Spider-Man, Superman. Some people even make up their favorite characters. They even create their own characters. Very creative. Yeah, so people, they spend a lot of money creating their costumes, and they do it out of love. Like there was one girl that had a $3,000 costume that she went out and she spent and she created. It was beautiful.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you know, and cosplay is also a very, special thing for a lot of people, and it brings people together. You know, that's one thing that I love about doing these Comic Cons and going out and watching people dress up. They become family. You know, they meet up there and there's such a unity.
What is the purpose, Jake, of all this?
The purpose of it is to have fun, number one, and to create a magical world, to experience a new world, to, express themselves and show their creativity to the world.
Wow, so it's adults actually living out a fantasy?
Yes, exactly. The adults, children, sometimes there's entire families that dress up together, from the smallest of children to the oldest grandparents.
Wow.
And they come out, entire families dressed up, and they're having a great time. They're just having more fun than me.
I was going to say, it sounds like you're very excited about it yourself.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited to watch it.
to watch it.
Yeah.
Do you get involved in that sense as well?
How I get involved with it is basically I watch. But I always tell people I'm already cosplaying. I'm cosplaying myself.
So, Jake, I heard a lot about Comic-Con. Can you tell me a little about that?
Oh, Comic-Con was an amazing time. It was over at the Space Coast Convention Center over in Cocoa, inside the Holiday Inn with the convention center back there.
Yes, familiar.
So we had over 70 vendors, and it ranged from voice actors, television actors, movie stars. We had comic book artists, writers, famous authors. We also had fun things like the Spacey Awards, which we gave out 10 different trophies on a Friday night.
Wow.
To various different artists in the medium. And then we had a cosplay contest. Once again, there goes cosplay again.
Yes.
And we had over 2,000 people come out.
Wow.
It was a great experience.
Could you please explain to me the contest? What is that all about?
Well, the contest was, we had two different contests. We had the costume contest, which were for children and for adults. We had two different categories. The children got dressed up and they won prizes, cash prizes, and then we had the adults who went all out, and we had, for the adults, they really went out. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Metropolis.
Oh, yes.
From the 30s.
Yes.
Well, there was somebody that was dressed in that exact outfit.
Wow.
I mean, it was looked exactly like from that movie.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then there was another one from Farscape, which was a sci-fi TV show, and the character looked dead on. I was like, wow, how much did you spend for that? It was just...
This sounds very exciting, and for the audience that are listening and watching this, hopefully they're going to come join you next time.
Oh, I hope
Tell
so.
us a little more about the prizes and the actors that were there. What did all that consist of? What were the prizes? What motivates these people to show up?
Well, for starters, it's money. Money makes the world go around. People came out, and we gave out over $400 worth of prize money. And as for the actors, we had Michael Copin, and he played the Blue Force Power Ranger. He was in Scorpion King 2.
Wow.
He was in One Tree Hill. He was in various other movies too.
Was he a nice gentleman?
Oh, he was fabulous. I mean, I actually got his autograph on a poster.
Wow, that was good. The kids must have enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, it's hanging right on the wall now.
Oh my God, that's great. Jake, for those that have missed it and unfortunately did not make it there, from what I understand, Space Coast Channel was one of your sponsors.
Oh yes.
Yes, and there's a lot of pictures right now on Facebook.
Oh, there's
and
just tons.
Tons of them,
Yeah.
and the reaction has been wonderful. I did
Yes.
see that myself.
Yes.
It's a lot of hits, which is great, and pretty soon the video is going to also be up on Space
Yeah,
Coast Channel.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're very excited
Oh
about that.
yeah.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Okay, Jake, now that you're here today, I know something must be cooking there with you and your partner, obviously. What's coming up? What's new? What's going on?
Oh, we have tons of things on the horizon. We're creating a distribution channel for comic book producers.
What is that, please?
It's more or less a distribution channel is to help get young creators to get their work seen out there, because today in the comic industry it's very hard to get your work seen because there's a sea of other creators.
Of course.
And me and my partner have created a network with the comic shops and other retailers.
Okay.
So we're in the infancy of creating that. And then we're also looking into creating a actual cosplay event, which is going to take place out in the Space Coast Convention Center in the far future. Not that far, but maybe.
Can't wait that long.
No, I can't wait. And then there's also another initiative that we're building, Space Coast Heroes.
Okay, tell me about that.
Space Coast Channel had contacted me about creating this joint venture about us going out into the hospitals and going out to the kids
Oh, wow.
and having the heroes dressed up as like Batman or Superman, and giving them comics and giving them things like that to make it make the community better,
Of course.
make it more productive, and when Space Coast Channel had told me about that a little while ago, a few days ago, I was excited. I was like, yeah, but that's me. I always want to help out the next generation that's coming
I know
up.
that about you.
Yeah.
Listen, tell me a little more about that partnership that you're having with Space Coast. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah, when he came to me, he said it was going to be about fundraising and helping the community, and more or less, and I tend to use that word a lot. I notice, more or less. So.
That's okay. It's okay. We all have words
Yeah.
to use. Yeah.
We're gonna get the local cosplay community. And if you guys are not familiar with the word yet, it's basically people dressed in costumes as their favorite heroes, and we're gonna have people dressed up as Batman and Superman, and they're gonna give back to the community by going to the kids. But when kids see Superman come in and give them a gift, that's a hero, And we're going to make that hero into a real person, Not is he a fictional character in a movie or in a cartoon or a comic book,
Yes.
but here's a real person, a real woman, a real man coming up and helping a young child to brighten his life up, and then giving back by, helping fundraise, make money so we can help with whatever charity that can help benefit them.
There's a lot of fundraisers out there.
Yes.
What makes this one special?
But this one is special because I'm behind it.
Okay. That sounds good. We have the same
Yeah.
attitude. That sounds good. That sounds good. It's definitely needed. There's a lot of organizations out there, and Space Coast obviously is a great partner. They're doing this with you.
Yes.
So what charity have you chosen this time?
And that's a good question. What a coincidence. It's actually called Malak's Medical and Dental Warriors.
Wow. That sounds very familiar to me.
Yes.
Absolutely very familiar to me. Well, I can talk about that.
Sure.
Jake, I'm very happy to explain to our viewers what Malak's Medical and Dental is all about. It's an organization, it's a nonprofit that I created myself, and that is to help young kids within Brevard County. The organization itself, Medical and Dental Warriors, is based on Doctors Without Borders, but this is going to be Doctors with Borders right here in Brevard County. And this is absolutely a thrill, and I have to thank you, obviously, Space Coast Comics and Space Coast Channel and in Coastal Interiors. I mean, this is amazing that you've chosen my organization, and this organization is definitely to help kids that have challenges, that are being bullied at school for one reason or another, to have to do with their physical looks, whether they were born with a defect or a car accident or any type of accident. And those kids that have no other means, their parents are obviously cannot afford plastic surgery. Insurance does not pay for plastic surgery. So I had decided, why not have our local doctors help us out here? And we already have one case in the works, and it just got completed. And I cannot wait for you to see it. You will be amazed what we have done so far. Jake, I'm absolutely thrilled. Thank you so much. Thank you. So
No
tell me,
problem.
what are you going to do to help me out? What are you going to do?
Well, the Space Coast Heroes is going to come here on November 19th here at Coastal Interiors
Wow.
between 12:30. And people are going to be able to take pictures, have refreshments, appetizers, and all this for free of a small donation between $2 to $5 or more. And
Wow.
where's here, everybody? It's on A1A in O'Galley next to Wally World, aka Walmart.
I love that. That's great. That's great. And so what characters are going to be here?
Oh, potentially, Superman, Batman. Maybe you could come as Wonder Woman.
Can I?
You surely
I
can.
would love that.
Yeah,
That would be
I would look
awesome.
forward to
All
that.
right. Get me the costume. I'll wear it.
Sweet.
Jake, I'm again grateful, truly grateful for you, Space Coast. Obviously, a channel is, volunteering their time for videotaping and for photography, coastal interiors, your time, your partner's time. So explain to me the donation. What is the donation for, and how do we get the donation?
Oh, the donation is mostly for, the person to take a picture with the Space Coast hero.
Okay. So if I took a picture with a hero, or my child did, that my donation of $35 goes to the Mille Lacs Medical and Dental Ward?
Yes, it does.
Okay, beautiful. And if they want to give more, I absolutely
Oh yeah,
will
most
take more.
definitely. More is better. Remember, everybody, more.
Thank you. Jake, this is so exciting. It really is. It's truly a pleasure. And I want to thank you myself, obviously, for benefiting my organization. But on November 19th, it sounds like there's a lot going to be going on. So would you please kind of wrap it up for me, what it's going to be about, who's going to be here, and who's involved?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait for November 19th to come so I can be here with the Space Coast heroes, David and myself from Space Coast Comic Con and Space Coast Comics, myself being a publisher of the comics, and running around, and I'm so excited that even to see my friends from Space Coast Channel being here taking the photos in this beautiful place that we're in, Coastal Interiors. I almost forgot his name, but I did it, guys. See?
No, he's amazing. Isn't he amazing?
Oh my
He's an
God,
amazing person.
this place is amazing.
I'm telling you, I love him.
I know. I'm gonna take this home.
You should. You definitely should.
Yeah.
Well, it's truly an honor, and again, I have to thank all of you, of course, myself. This is very exciting, and it was really a nice surprise. Honestly, this was a surprise to me today.
Oh
So,
really?
Yes, it
Oh
was.
sweet.
So I'm honored, and thank you for being here
I'm just
today.
happy to
Thank
be
you.
here with you. It's always fabulous to see you.
Thank you, same here. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Once again, I am very happy to be with you today with Space Coast Channel's Lively Brevard show with my guest today.
Publisher of Space Coast Comics, Jake Estrada. Thank you, Space Coast Channel. You rock.